Hello guys, and welcome to a brand new video on twin flames, which means on your one true love, on your perfect partner, of the person you want to be with. And today with the subject, does everyone have a twin flame? And if so, how do I know if mine is actually walking on earth or if they're not incarnated at all? So this topic comes to you because I get many comments, or some comments, that not all of them survive all that long, but sometimes I leave them up where they go basically like, you are wrong by what you're saying because actually not everyone has a twin flame, or you are not on point because not every twin flame is incarnated and only like a selected few, and the rest of them don't even have one, whatever, right? So I'm like, thanks so much for correcting what I'm saying. I am doing pretty well without you doing that, so no need to do that. Otherwise I have to delete all these comments, right? So yeah, that's not what I stand for. That's not what I learned. That's not what I feel is rational and makes sense and is logical. And that being said, what I'm passing on here is a knowledge, right? It's something I feel is true. I can't really prove it to you right away. And I can't go, hey, this is the absolute truth, it will never change. Things might change. Like, we are evolving as a humanity. I am evolving as a human being, believe it or not. And nothing is really set in stone, right? Like divine truth is, but the awareness about it, what it really is, what it's like, we're like learning about that, right? As a humanity these days, we're learning about twin flames. So I'm giving you always the best of my, best, like what I truly believe in, what seems to make sense to me, what my teachers taught me. But you still have to go with, what makes sense for you. Try it on, and if it doesn't feel good, it might not be true, right? So talking about feeling good, how does it feel to be told, well, it's actually only a selected few that have a twin flame? And you might just not be part of these selective few. So that means you're watching all these videos actually for nothing at all. You're just losing your time because you don't have a twin flame. It's just Yvonne who has one, and it's everyone else who has one, but not you, right? How does that feel? I'm not gonna believe you if you now telling me it feels amazing, because it doesn't. It doesn't feel good because it's not true. That's how you can tell a lie from the truth. If it doesn't feel good, there's a conflict in your heart about this, what you're hearing and what your heart wants to hear, which is something that feels good, not just for the sake of feeling good, but because your heart recognizes the truth. And the truth is peaceful and loving, right? So let's backtrack a little bit. Let's try to go at this logically. So let's say you have not created yourself, even though there might be moments where you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so amazing, I made myself, right? If you went to the plastic surgeon like 25 times, maybe you're like, I like the craft I became, sort of. I like my craftsmanship and that of my doctor. I'm just teasing you. No, but let's say you didn't make yourself. So you were made, right? You were like, someone created you. Yes, you were in your mom's belly for a moment, but how did you get in there? Like all these questions, right? That we haven't fully answered as a human. We haven't even started to answer them fully, right? But let's just say you were not directly involved in the creation process, right? So there seems to be quite some intelligence behind this. Behind you seems to be quite some intelligence. Behind the human body, just start with the human body, honestly. Like, I'm still, like, whenever I think about it or I look at it or whatever it is, I'm in awe of the complexity and the intelligence and the creativity of it. It's incredible. You can even look at a little bug with 6 legs who comes along, in its it's in its old bug way, like might crawl up to you and you're like, oh my gosh. But check him out. Like, look at him closely, at the little bug, called Joe, by the way, little bug Joe. So check him out and you'll go, oh my gosh, like this is Wow, this is something. Like if I had to make these tiny legs that actually, bend in every possible direction, and if he doesn't need it, like if Joe wants to fly off, he just like folds them in like that and flies off. Like if I had to do this, like I had no idea how to do this, like create life basically. We're not capable of that. So someone created you, and that someone had like that intelligence must have had the thought of let's create them in two. And how do you know that was a thought? Like that is the concept of a human being. It's because you long from your birth, basically. You long from that for that other part of you, for your partner, for your one true love, for your perfect divine partner, right? You long for it. No one like is a child and goes, oh, I want to stay alone all my life. And if so, they're sort of blocked. Maybe the parents fought a lot or broke up or whatever it is. But like in your heart, there's the desire to unite with someone. So that is part of who you are. That is part of the concept of you, of the humankind, right? So let's assume there's that intelligence that put that desire for you to reunite with someone in your heart, so you will pursue that desire and you will go, hey, I really want this for me. I want to share my life with someone. I want to go through life with my best friend, with a partner, right? So if that's the concept of a human being, how can it be that it's only for a select few? That it's only for 144,000 twin flames. Those actually were created with a perfect partner, and the rest of them is just like, yes, have fun, have a good old time, walking the earth, looking for someone you will never find because I created you without them, right? That is cruel, and that just doesn't make sense. It's like when you're creating a wheel, like they're just wheels, right? They turn. They're round and they turn. That's a wheel. So a human being is created with someone else. That's why everybody pairs up with someone else. That's not just a societal idea of like, let's, marry them so we can like keep the fortunes in house or like whatever it is. No, that is a divine concept. So yes, everyone has a twin flame. Even you. Everyone does, because a human being has a twin flame. Not going to talk about animals. I don't know about animals. Maybe you do, but I don't. So I'm focusing on human beings. That's sort of enough for now. So everybody has a twin flame. Now the question, has mine incarnated? What if they're not here and I'm walking around looking for them? I'm on all possible dating apps and I really want them, but oh my gosh, bad news, they're not here. I can look however much I want to, I won't find them. Again, try it on, see what it does to your heart. How does it feel in your heart to hear that? Is it a good feeling? Is it like, yeah, I want my twin flame and he doesn't exist? Or is it, that feels off. That feels really, really unfair and really unjust and really off. And what is this, right? I'm only going to believe you if you say you're actually feeling the second option, right? So by that, you can tell that it's not true. It just doesn't make sense. It does not make sense, right? To have them not be here. And yes, maybe not everyone will unite with their twin flame in this lifetime. Maybe not everyone will meet them, but that is because it's not that core desire they might have. Maybe they're still building like a spiritual foundation of like surviving, of like not getting sick, not being eaten by a bear, not being, like dying in an earthquake, whatever it is, right? Maybe that is where they are at. So in the pyramid, right? The Maslow one. Are you hearing the sirens? Yeah. Oh well. So in the pyramid, if you're down here, like busy trying to survive, you're not gonna want your twin flame because it's just like the least of your worries, right? You're like, hey, here, a wife. Let's take that wife. Okay, good. I don't have to like try to survive by myself. We can share the tasks. Okay, good thing. Oh, let's, all of a sudden we have some children. Oh, that's even better. They can help us with the work. So, right? So that's a different awareness they're at and a different state they're at. So it's not like they're not guided to the topic of twin flames. but it doesn't mean they don't have one. But the desire of meeting them is sort of subordinate to all these other desires of surviving, right? And having a good life. And so if you guys, like if whoever is watching is guided to the topic of twin flames, and you actually have not only a screen or a phone or whatever it is to watch these videos, and you spend all this time watching this video and researching twin flames and wanting to know all about it because the person you met like a week ago, you're like, what is that? Oh my gosh, I never felt this way, right? So if you are that, then yes, your twin flame is here on earth and your twin flame exists. Because again, it would be a cruel thing to have you be in the loop of, oh, watch all these videos, look up all these infos, and no, you're not going to meet them because they are not here on earth right now. So you can trust that, yes, they are here if you're guided to the topic, if it's a desire you have in your heart and you're aware of the desire, if you really long for them, if you want this. And so let go of the fear that they might not exist. Let go of the fear that you might not meet them. Choose to meet them in your heart. Choose to meet your perfect partner. I can share from my clients, like whoever approaches me, right, and works with me, it ends up being, look, I felt I was doing really well, you know, I sort of closed the chapter of love. I was like, I'm done like dating or going out with anyone. I just want the real deal now, you know. So that can have been conscious, that choice, or unconscious even. Like, oh, I'm done, you know, I looked in all different places for my one true love. All I ended up being was being unhappy. So now I'm done. And that's exactly the moment when they enter your life a lot of times. You know, you made that core choice of, I want the real deal, let's go for it. You know, anything else, stay away, no time for that. I want only the real deal. And this is actually the attitude that will carry you through the journey. It will carry you through. It will, you know, keep on motivating you. It's that desire. And once you meet them, even more so, because then you got a taste of it, right? Then you're like, okay, wow, this is interesting to say the least. I want that, you know? And so trust that you're guided perfectly, and that you can trust your desires and your longings, and that this video might just be the next piece that is given to you, you know, to tell you, hey, you're safe, you're not losing your mind, you're not crazy, you're not pursuing something that isn't real, while you belong to these few people who don't have a twin flame or don't have their twin flame here. It's all just fears, it's all good, you're safe, pursue this, it's worth it. And yes, reach out if you want to work with me. You find the link below. Sending lots of love. Bye guys, bye.